Spyro the Dragon. Spyro the Dragon.
You know what? I feel like playing Tony Hawk's Pro Skate. Oh, fuck!
Tony Hawk's Pro Skater's name was changed to skateboarding in Australia, New Zealand and parts of Europe because in these locations the term skater refers to ice skaters.
Now I'm fucking Australian, and when I see somebody skateboarding, I call them a fucking skater. That's horseshit.
Anyway, Tony Hawk's
Pro Skater
was released in September of '99 for the PlayStation and in 2000 for the N64 and Dreamcast. This game single-handedly made thousands of young children at the time think that they could ride a skateboard and do sick tricks.
Check out this killer move, dude! Yo, dude, check out this sick combo!
Thups sees the player completing a series of challenges throughout a variety of different levels, including a school, various skate parks, and urban street courses. And because of graphical limitations, everything takes place in Silent Hill. The graphical quality of the game is fine, considering the console's capabilities at the time. While the Dreamcast has the best graphics, the N64 is the worst of the three, although it isn't bad by any means. I haven't played the Dreamcast version, but I own both the PS1 and N64 versions, and the only major differences that I've noticed are the load times and the opening video. On the PlayStation, we have an FMV sequence, whereas the N64 just has awkward in-game AI doing some tricks. Not a big deal, but I know which one I prefer. Now, let it be known, I hate this controller. It's a piece of shit. The biggest problem is the analog stick. If you so much as think of playing a game, the thing breaks, and then your controller is about as effective as plugging your game into a slab of wood. Luckily, you can use the D-pad to steer yourself, so it's like using a PlayStation controller. Good. When you start the game, you get a selection of 10 skaters, only 2 of which I actually know who they are, but I recognise all of them from later titles. After you make your selection, you get to customise your board. Pretty cool for 99, I must say. You know what else came out in 99? Spyro 2!
You know what you should do? Shut up!
In career mode, you need to complete 5 objectives on each course. A high score, a pro score, hit 5 of a certain object, collect the letters to spell out skate, and find a hidden tape. And you must attempt to do this in 2-minute runs. Right out of the gate, the game is very arcadey. Complete your objectives in a short window of time while pulling off some more than crazy moves. This is all well and good. The controls are rather stiff, however. Trying to turn your skater will only result in your thumb going through the controller, attempting to make the character turn left and right.
This is a game where the environment will beat the living shit out of you. Now what I mean by that is you will slam into everything and get knocked off your board. And there's nothing you can do about it.
You're trying so hard to do all of this stuff, and you keep getting bumped around and taking slams. When you fall off your board after failing a trick, it takes a long time to get back up. How long? Let's find out. 4 seconds. Might not seem like much, but bail too many times and you'll soon run out of time.
That was a gnarly slam, dude!
Another issue I have is that the game can be a bit jittery. You get used to it, but it can be a bit disorienting. All of the music in this game is licensed tracks, which is why I can't play any for you. But let it be known, the soundtrack is awesome. Every song fits the mood and makes me want to go out and try to ride a real skateboard. There are 9 levels in this game: warehouse, school, the mall, Chicago skate park, downtown Minneapolis, downhill jam, Burnside, streets of San Francisco, and Roswell, New Mexico. Each level is perfectly crafted, fun to play in, and quite large for the time, hence the Silent Hill effect. Did you know? All of the levels in this game, aside from San Francisco, appear in later Tony Hawk's games. Warehouse, Burnside, and Roswell appear in THPS 3. Warehouse appears again with Downhill Jam and School in Tony Hawk's Underground 2. And the Mall, Chicago, and Minneapolis appear in Tony Hawk's American Wasteland. A few of the levels were also remade in THPS HD.
Radical!
From time to time, you'll be required to compete in a competition. These are 3 1-minute runs where you need to get the highest score possible without falling off your board. You can fall off your board, but it affects your score negatively. After the 3 runs, your 2 best runs will be used to determine your final score. You only need to get at least a bronze medal to pass. And thank God, because I'm having a lot of trouble just trying to land fucking tricks. Doing multiple tricks in succession allows you to rack up more points. Most of the time, you'll be using grinds to string tricks together. Grinding in this game is fine, but balancing is another story. Your balance is determined by your skater's arms, and it's a fine line between being perfect and falling flat on your cranium.
Yo, dude, that was kicking!
This issue was improved in future titles with a balance meter, but trying to play this after those games can cause some issues. If you do manage to pull off a sick combo, you can watch and save a replay. Then you can wait a few years until YouTube's invented and make a sweet video montage. The final level is a competition in Roswell, and holy hot damn is it bullshit. You cannot fall off once, and you have to keep your special bar filled at all times. By consecutively landing tricks without falling, you will fill up your special bar. When it's full, you can perform special tricks for epic scores. Just make sure you can actually land them though. When you finally conquer, it's bad fur day. Roswell, you are rewarded with a bail montage. Now all you have left to do is complete the rest of the goals, some of which are a real pain in the ass. The biggest piss off for me was the pro score in San Fran. 50,000 points. Simple enough. So many times I got so close, and it got to the point where I was just going mental, throwing myself at stuff. Next thing I knew, I'd completed it. Thank Christ. And my trophy? A police character called Officer Dick.
Yo, dude, that was dope!
Did you know, while playing as Officer Dick, you can unlock another skater. By pausing during gameplay and entering a code, ending your run and quitting to the main menu, when you go to select your character, Officer Dick will be replaced with the Private Carrera, a female character in skimpy clothing with a move called the Sex Change.
Well, you know now.
There isn't a whole lot more to do other than play multiplayer with your friends. There are 3 multiplayer modes. Graffiti sees you doing tricks on objects to paint that object for a point. You can steal objects by getting a better trick score on that particular object. The player with the most points wins. Then we have Trick Attack, get the highest score. And finally, Horse. Horse is the equivalent of Skate in the Skate games. Copy the other player's trick, and if you fail, you earn a letter. First person to get every letter is the loser. You're a loser. Now play Spyro.
Look, bro, don't make me come up there and bitch slap the shit out of you. Overall, this is a good game to play, however, there is definitely some room for improvement. Although most of the issues I addressed were fixed in later titles. But how does this game hold up today? In my opinion, not so good. It's fun to play for nostalgia or curiosity reasons, but other than that, it's nothing special.
Tony Hawk's
Pro Skater
gets 6 out of 10.
Oh dude, I've got the perfect game for you to review. Spyro the Dragon! Okay man, if you don't want to review Spyro the Dragon, well, maybe you could review Spyro 2.